Hello, I'm Parthiv Patel, and guess what? West Indies won the game today. A shock result for a lot of Indians. Even West Indies would be really happy. They wanted to keep their campaign going. They've not even qualified for the World Cup. So there's something which they wanted. We spoke about the confidence which they needed, and I'm sure this victory will give them that confidence. They won by 6 wickets. There were a lot of questions about Indian playing 11. Rohit Sharma didn't play. Virat Kohli didn't play. Sanju Samson got his chance. Ishan Kishan got another 50. There's a lot to talk about. West Indies won the toss today and decided to field first, and that is expected. That is on expected lines, because you get help from wicket. It was gripping. India was batting really well. They got a very good start from Ishan Kishan and Shubman Gill, but both of them failed to convert that start into something really big. And there was a surprise today. Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, both our main players, did not play today. West Indies probably learned their lesson. They bowled in right areas. They did actually bowl really well in first one day as well. And once the chase started, India probably knew they did not get as many runs as they would have liked. But when Shardul Thakur came in and took those 2 wickets, there was a bit of hope then. Spinners bowled really well in first one day game. Today, I thought spinners did not get that kind of wickets which India was looking for. I think that's something which India might look to do that in next game. But to me, I think Shai Hope is someone, he batted really well. But West Indies probably learned their lessons really well. They knew which bowlers to attack, which bowlers not to attack, how they rotated the strike. And in the end, they won the game very comfortably by 6 wickets. To me, performer of the day was Shai Hope. I thought he batted brilliantly. And when you look at that West Indies batting lineup, it looks like Shai Hope is someone who's got a proper technique, someone who's a classical batsman who takes his time. He understands the situations of the game, and that's exactly what he did today. I thought he took his chances against fast bowlers because he knew it wasn't that easy to hit spinners. So against spinners, he was just rotating the strike, and even those 2 sixes which he hit was against fast bowlers. Once the first one day finished, I'd spoken about, you needed someone experienced, you needed someone to put his hand up in a difficult situation, get in, dig in, and try and get a big score, try and get a match-winning score, which I hope did. And hence, I think, you have to give it to him. He performed really well under pressure. India got a brilliant start of 90, and then there was a bit of collapse. So I think that's when the match turned in the favor of West Indies. I think they hung in there, they bowled in right areas, they knew, it wasn't easy for a new batter to get a start. From India's point of view, it was very important for someone who got start, in this case, Ishan Kishan and Shubman Gill, to go on and get a big score, but they did not do it. So to me, I think key moment was losing both set batsmen in a very short time. Lessons for India. I thought, India's batters are something which, we'd spoken about that after a first one day where they were chasing only 115. Today also they bundled out for 181. So you want your set batters to get a big score. When you're playing on a difficult wickets, you have to have your set batters get 100 or 120. That's when everyone else can play around you. But to me, I think a bigger talking point rather, is India did not opt to play with Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma both. And that was a bit of a surprise because there is no one day cricket for a month now. Then there's the Asia Cup. In an ideal scenario, India would have liked to have a settled combination by now. I've been saying this because there are 2 big tournaments just around the corner. You want to have your proper playing 11 playing, especially the combination, something which we have been struggling to find in ICC tournaments. We saw that in 2019. We saw that in the last World Cup in T20. So I think that was probably an opportunity here, playing against a lesser quality side, but they've beaten us. But to me, result doesn't matter. I think India would be playing at a different intensity when they go and play ICC tournaments or Asia Cup. Sanju Samson batted at number 3. Surya Kumar batted at number 3 in the last ODI. But are we looking at a number 3 spot? I don't think so, because number 3 spot is Virat Kohli and he's very well settled. There is no one better than him. Opening, your Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill both settled. What are we looking at? We're looking at probably number 4 again and 5. So I think maybe India should have tried Ishan Kishan batting at number 4, a left-handed option, and probably have Surya Kumar Yadav batting at 5 or Sanju Samson. Just try and rotate both of them whoever does well, you try and give them a go in Asia Cup, World Cup, or Australia series. I thought West Indies played really well today. When you're talking about a start of 90 for Nolos, when you won the toss and you've asked opposition to bat first and you get a start like this, but they hung in there. They knew it was very difficult for new batter to come in and get a big score. So I think that's something West Indies can, learn for next ODIs or for future, that you are never out of the game. And same thing happened when they were batting. Shardul Thakur came in, took 2 wickets in an over, but Shai Hope's experience came into play. They rotated the spinners really well. I thought they learned their lesson from last game, where when they were playing spinners, they were going for big scores. They were going for big hits. But today, they were just rotating the spinners. They were just taking singles. Maybe because they were chasing only 181. But you have to understand and adapt to the situation, which I thought West Indies did really well. Now let's move to third ODI. India and West Indies both will move from Barbados to Trinidad. That's a traditionally the wicket which helps spinners. But looking at this series, India have basically started experimenting. Rohit Sharma did not bat and Virat Kohli both did not bat in first ODI. Today they didn't play. Now that series is on the line, it's 1-1. Will India still be experimenting? I feel India will still experiment, and that's something which they are trying to do. They are still looking at the spots to fill, especially because India has been hit by injuries. So they're looking at players which can fit in, whether it's Sanju Samson or Surya Kumar Yadav. How will Shreyas Iyer when he comes in, or how KL Rahul, is he fit enough? So there are a lot of questions for India. Now let's talk about West Indies. What can West Indies take out of this victory? I think there's a lot to gain for West Indies in this out of this series. Basically, when you get a lot of confidence when you win one-day games, but it adds more value when you win series, and especially against a team like India. So I think in third ODI, West Indies will be up and about and will be raring to go and play that third ODI.